Hello Scorpio, welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of April 2nd through April 8th. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I'm providing. Okay. Remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you, and here is a Queen of Cups, water on water. Let's see what that's all about, all right? We're going to do our Dove and Serpent spread, and as I do this, I want to just say that if there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments down below, okay? So the rest of our cards here, we got some good cards, some court cards, some major arcana, a little bit of fire, water, earth. Excuse me. What we don't see is a lot of air, but I think that's okay. We're going to do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. And this is the card that we're not going to look at until the very end. We're going to leave that right there. We're not going to look at it, all right? And hopefully by the end of the reading, we'll get an idea of what this could be, and we'll see how it ties everything together, all right? So again, we've got some majors, we've got some water, some fire, some earth, more majors, more earth and water, and we've got these court cards too to kind of deal with. The first one that we have, though, is this Queen of Cups. Now, I feel like you're a person who's very much in touch with their emotions. Maybe we should qualify that a little bit. I think that you are very aware of feelings. You're very aware of having either, positive emotions or negative emotions. I don't know that you're always sure where they come from or why. You know what I mean? Because this Queen of Cups still is kind of veiled, right? There is a little bit of difficulty seeing ourselves, right? Seeing our own kind of emotional body for what it is, why it is, or exactly how it feels, I think we get a sense of kind of positive and negative, but we don't really know the details of it, okay? I think that you're a person that really doesn't have a lot of tolerance for nonsense, really. I think that you are, at least this week, it feels like you're very much trying to sort out these emotions, trying to get to the bottom of things. You don't have a lot of time for this Two of Wands in the past, this kind of the power struggles, the petty bickering, the arguing, just the nonsense, right? I think you've got more important things to think about than these conflicts, this friction, people aren't getting along, whatever it may be, whatever the nonsense is, right? Because I feel like you have a very important task that you're working on. You're trying to dive deep within yourself and kind of discover what's there, maybe discover what feels like it's missing, I kind of feel like you have this veil, right, in front of you. I feel like you're kind of even distanced from your family, right? Maybe the family that you grew up with or your current blood family. I feel like there's a separation there. I feel like there's some distance, okay? And it could be that you were raised in this way where people weren't encouraged to get in touch with their feelings or to express their feelings or to articulate exactly what they're feeling. It's just kind of there's either good energy or bad energy. That's what we have. And I think that's part of this Two of Wands, kind of some of this nonsense where it's either people are happy and friendly or there's friction, right? It doesn't really go beyond that. I think you're looking for something deeper. You're looking for a deeper meaning in your life, right? I have this sense that you're looking for this kind of, this portal to the future, this flaming doorway. This is the Eon card. This is the judgment, rebirth, reawakening, baptism by fire. It is, excuse me, we're still getting over this COVID. It's just really bad stuff. You're searching for this doorway, and this is kind of an internal doorway, really. It's going to manifest in the external world as an opportunity, as something that you need to do, an action that you need to take, right? But you're searching for what this doorway is, where it is, what it looks like, how you will see it when it appears, okay? And this is almost like your passion in life. This is the doorway that's going to lead you to complete fulfillment. It's going to lead you, really, I think, to the path of the serpent here, primarily this chariot energy, which is the beginning of your quest. You know, the beginning of your life, the beginning of your real purpose, your real work, what you're supposed to be doing. And I don't care how old you are, right? You could be, 20, you could be 200. Nobody knows when this moment is going to come, right? For some people it comes early in life, for some people it comes quite late in life. But I feel like that's the work that you're doing. That's the discovery that you're trying to make with this Queen of Cups. You're trying to find this doorway, maybe in the internal landscape, maybe through meditation, through divination, through dreams, through active imagination, through ritual and prayer. And I think you're doing everything that you can. You're using all of the tools in your toolbox. Little reference to Mercury here, the magician, the builder. You're using every tool in your toolbox to discover this doorway, okay? To figure out where you're supposed to enter your real life, And that, to me, it feels like a sense of purpose. It feels to me like when you see this doorway, there's going to be no mistaking it. Right? It's going to be a big flashing neon sign that says, hey, Scorpio, this is for you. This is yours. Right? And there's going to be no question about it. It may be a little intimidating. It could be a towering doorway. It could be full of flames and just wild animals and beasts and monsters and just, I'm almost surprised we don't have a moon card here somewhere. Showing that there's going to be this feeling of kind of being overwhelmed, almost intimidated by just the enormity of this doorway. But I feel like going through that doorway, we're really on a pretty nice path, on the path of the serpent here. Okay. So I feel like this is kind of the vision that's coming to you this week. Okay. And maybe you'll leave me some comments. I love reading the comments from you all. I'm very curious what this doorway looks like for you, what you think it's leading to, and maybe the methods that you've employed to bring about this awareness, to bring about this vision, this realization. And just let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know, of course, if this is resonating with you. I love the feedback. I do. So we see, again, I just want to touch upon this Two of Wands in the past here. I think that you had a loving childhood. I think that your family was very supportive. I feel like maybe they were a little bit traditional. Maybe it wasn't, again, not articulating our feelings, not really talking about it. It's either things are good and happy and we're getting along, or there's friction. Right? Or there's negativity and there's friction, animosity, there's conflict. But I feel like there was still a lot of love there. I feel like at one point you were very close with your family. I think it was difficult because it was moment to moment, day to day, kind of wondering what you were going to wake up to. Which one of these, two alternatives you could expect when you woke up in the morning, or when you got home from school, or whatever it was, or when the parents got home from work, or whatever the situation. Was it going to be the positive, happy, we're all getting along, or was it going to be the angry, frustrated, fighting, conflict, friction? And I think that uncertainty kind of, growing up that way, I think has led us to this Queen of Cups kind of state where there is this veil, there is a little bit of fog surrounding our emotions, what we truly feel, what we truly want. I think down beneath everything, Two of Cups here, you are still looking for this connection. This is still something beneath the surface. And I think this doorway in the on the one hand is leading beneath the surface. It's leading to our unconscious, wherein we will find this perfect union, this marriage to whatever our purpose, our goal. It's going to be, this is the accepting of the quest, right? This is you accepting the path of your life, the accepting what's on the other side of that door, right? As scary, as dangerous, as intimidating as it may feel at the time, I think you're going to have the knowledge and understanding and the wisdom, again, reference to Mercury up here, to know that this is your path, this is the rest of your life, right? It's going to have this connection. It's going to have this feeling of being in love, right? This feeling of being really in love with this idea, with this purpose, with this quest. Okay? So I think that you're kind of tunneling down into the unconscious to get over to the path of the Serpent. And we start with that Chariot card. I think also we have a 9 of Pentacles in the immediate future. I think this is talking about the physical work that is going to be required of you. This is going to be the one, I think you're really going to have to fortify yourself. I think you're going to have to focus on diet and exercise, right? Really strengthen and fortify your physical body. I think this is also the preparation for the difficulty that's going to come. This, just because you've discovered your passion, your purpose, doesn't mean it's going to be easy, right? In fact, quite the opposite. I think it's become easy now just being in this emotional fog kind of thing. I think this has become easy. I think the real difficulty is going to be, 1, discovering the door, 2, having the courage to go through it, right? And then 3, doing the hard physical work that is going to be required of this path, right? There's going to be a lot of, you're going to have to do things in this horizontal world. But it's going to lead to a lot of reward, okay? It's going to lead to a lot of benefits, a lot of satisfaction for you, right? And it could be monetary, it could just be in terms of really accomplishing something, a real sense of doing something, you know? And with Mercury up here, the Magus, the Magician, I wonder if there's something health-related going on, or maybe not health-related, but perhaps something taking care of something or someone. I wonder if you if you have like a lot of plants where you live, if you have a garden that you take care of, or I have this impression that you're tending to someone or something, right? Maybe pets, maybe plants, maybe people. So I kind of feel like this is a nurturer in a way. But with Mercury here, I'm not getting the sense that it's like a compassion or a love or an empathy. I feel like it's more heady, it's more cerebral, more intellectual even than it is emotional. Okay? And I think that's part of this veil too, because maybe this is the work that you do, maybe this is I say work, maybe it's career, maybe it's just kind of what you spend your time doing. Maybe there is something in your life that you are nurturing and taking care of and fostering its growth, you know. I'm getting an image of just like a garden, like in a backyard or something, you know, vegetables and flowers and stuff. But I feel like you're being of service to this life, to this energy, this growth, right? This life, this growth, whether it's a person, whether it's a pet, whether it's a plant, is very dependent on you, very reliant on you for its well-being. But I feel like for some reason, and I think because of this Queen of Cups, there's a disconnect for you. You're not feeling the emotion of it. You're not feeling the connection. You're feeling it mostly as like something I'm good at, something I'm doing, right? And you're very good at it, and you've got it down to a science, and it's very natural to you. But there's no emotion to it. There's no real fulfillment or satisfaction from it. So it's kind of like we are cut off or veiled from this sense of being in love with what we're doing, this passion, right? It's not there, right? And I don't know if maybe that's part of your path, of your quest, of your destiny, let's say. But I feel as if it's a major part of your life now, and I don't know if it's just a matter of connecting with the water energy that's down below, or if this water energy is going to lead you in a different direction. I'm not sure. That's part of this doorway. That's part of what you have to discover. That's part of what this work is. So I wonder if maybe when you were younger, if you were just, one of those kids that just kind of get sick a lot. When I was little, I used to get a lot of earaches. So I wonder if maybe you're kind of the same way. If you were getting sick a lot as a kid. Maybe there was one particular person that was kind of responsible for taking care of you when you were sick. I don't know if that's a memory that kind of stands out to you. Let me know in the comments. But I feel like that's an important part of your life right now. But there's a disconnect. Okay, this water energy, there's this veil between your emotions now, which again, I see them as just kind of two polar opposites, right? There's either positive or negative. You either feel good and happy, or you feel bad, just bad. You don't know why, you don't know exactly what, it's just bad, But I feel like once we get to the path of the serpent, okay, once we get to the path of the serpent, and going back now to the Mercury and this water and this Two of Wands, I wonder if maybe it wasn't you that was sick as a kid. I wonder if there was a family member, brother, sister, or someone else that lived in the home that was sick. And maybe it was part of your duties to help take care of them. I'm getting an image of someone being sick a lot in your house when you were a kid. I don't know if it was you or if it was a family member. Anyway, I don't know that if that's relevant to you, then good. I'm just kind of giving the information as I receive it, okay? The next card then, Path of the Serpent. We've got the Chariot. We're out on our quest. We've discovered the path, we've prepared, and we're doing it. We've done this kind of physical work to prepare, to fortify ourselves, to strengthen ourselves, to gather our resources and our valuables, and we're setting out on our quest now. The Chariot card. We don't know what's coming, so we've brought everything we may need with us. And we're venturing out into the unknown. World or Universe card. This is the vast unknown, right? This is the infinite expanse of space and time. We don't know where it's going to land. This is what we're trying to figure out. What does this environment look like? What does the world or universe look like for us as we travel through it? As this chariot, as this fortified spiritual being out in the vast infinite universe, right? And this is what we're trying to figure out. These two cards here, I think, are symbolizing exactly what we're trying to accomplish, what we're trying to discover. This is the question. This is the question. What does this journey look like? Where is it headed? What is your nature even? That's another thing we're trying to figure out, right? Because this veil, again, it's not just cutting you off from the emotions of others or, from your family. Like I said, I feel that there's a distance there. I feel like it's also kind of veiling how you're you feel, who you are inside a little bit. Maybe a lot. Maybe a lot. Because beneath that Queen of Cups is this Two of Cups. This is the first and nearest, the closest to the source manifestation of our emotions, of our purpose, of our connections. Right? This is the first, it starts as the single unity, it splits into two. And these two cups give rise to all of the other emotions, the infinite nuance of our emotional life and all of those little details. And we're kind of cut off right at the source, So there's a disconnect there. And I feel like it's part of our work right now to discover that. Okay? To discover that. And I feel like you're doing that work. And I love that we have this Eon card, this Judgment card. This is the doorway. This is you really finding that door, the portal, the wormhole, right? The tunnel, whatever you want to call it. It's an entryway. It's one way only. There's no going back through the other side. But I think this is your future, and I think this is what we've been looking for. I think we're right at this very important moment in your life. And I really hope you'll leave some comments and just let me know how you're doing. Let me know that this is resonating with you, and that you understand. I don't feel like the information is coming across very, very adequately. I don't feel adequate right now. And I apologize for that. I'm going to blame COVID. The next two cards we have are court cards. So first is this Knight of Discs. I don't know if there's an earth sign person in your life, an older male energy perhaps. This feels like someone who you're worried about them. You're worried about how they're perceiving you, right? Because I feel like maybe the two of you have been building something together, and you are kind of going in a different direction at the moment, right? You're doing this inner work, this tunneling, this wormhole type stuff, right? And I feel like they're kind of stopped in the middle of they're building this house, building this life or this future. They kind of stopped with the hammer in their hand, and they're just like looking at you like, are you not doing this anymore? Like, did you decide are you taking a break, or is it lunchtime? So they've kind of paused, and I think you're worried about how that conversation might go, or how they're perceiving you. Okay. I feel like you've noticed that they've stopped working, and they're looking at you to see like what the heck you're doing, And I don't know if this is a significant other, if this is a friend, or coworker, or whatever, whoever this person is. I feel like they're kind of close to you, so maybe it's a spouse or a significant other. But this is who you're concerned about. Okay, you're concerned about their perception of what's going on. And you don't live in a vacuum. You're not literally out in the vacuum of space where your actions really don't affect anybody else. So there are other people. I think this one particular earth sign person who is affected by your actions, and they may need a little bit of reassurance or just communication. Okay, or not. I mean, it's up to you. It's your call. But I feel like this is the person that you care about, and you're concerned about how they're perceiving things. Okay, I think that's very important. The next card that we see is very interesting. This is the Princess of Cups. This, I think, is taking us in a new kind of emotional direction. We're in some unknown territory now, right? The princess is kind of just learning how to walk, just getting their sea legs, let's say. Just taking the first few steps, dipping a toe into those emotional waters, learning how to do it, maybe learning how to swim. You got to start with the basics. And I think that's kind of what this card is representing, because I think we've been cut off from the details of our feelings for so long that now we have to kind of start from the beginning, one step at a time, take things slowly, you know? And I think that is the important step. And I think this is really, there's a reason why this is at the end of the path of the serpent, right? Because I think this is a big part of what this work is for you. I don't know what the quest is that you're on. I don't know what the doorway looks like, all right? This major arcana. I don't know what you look like or where you're going or what your intentions are, what your will is, what your destiny is. I don't know what the path is that you're on or your environment or where you're going, where you're headed, what you're doing. I don't know any of that. But I do know that it's going to involve learning how to feel, learning how to understand how you feel and communicate that internally with yourself, you know, to really begin to feel these things, begin to connect with these emotions and the causes of these emotions and how they interact with each other, how they interact with the environment, how you interact with them, and etc. But it's kind of baby steps at the beginning, right? So whatever you're doing, whatever path this is for you, there's going to be this emotional component that's kind of a new method. It's a new kind of skill to learn. I think this is very important. Let's look at the mystery card. I wonder, is this going to be more water energy? Perhaps more water energy. It could be some more earth energy, to be honest with you. We don't have a lot of earth. We have this earth sign person, which I think, you know, we didn't talk very much about this person. It's just kind of, they came out of nowhere and they're a factor. Okay. We had some of this earth energy here with the 9 of discs showing that there is some fortification or some reinforcing that you have to do. Maybe this is the reassurance that this person's going to need, that you're going through this spiritual development and it's not threatening them in any way. It's not jeopardizing what you're building with them at all, okay? Or maybe it is. Maybe that's the conversation that you need to have, that it's kind of up in the air right now. Or down in the water even, you know. So I'm wondering if this is going to be some earth energy. That's kind of my intuition about it. Now, I'm not always right, okay? But let's see. I'm thinking earth energy here. Ah, yes, the Princess of Discs. So we do have this earth energy, and this is interesting because this is showing manifestation. This is showing that you, this situation, your relationship with this earth sign person, your relationship with your new path, your environment with yourself, is pregnant with possibilities. There is so much opportunity here for manifestation that this is really a sign that you can build whatever it is that is meant for you, right? Whatever it is that you commit yourself to, whatever is this quest that you're on with all of these major arcana cards, if I can get them here. And even with this Magus Mercury energy, which is your ability to understand and to see the signs, right? This is your ability to, your capacity for awareness, I guess I should say. So all of these major arcana cards here are taking you on a journey, on a path, on a quest. That is your destiny. And there is so much that you can accomplish and that you can manifest that you are building, right? And whether you're going to continue to build with this person or not, I don't know. I don't know who this person is. Maybe you let me know. But I feel like the opportunity is there. And the Princess of Discs, I don't say this often. I used to say it a lot more. But I feel like this card hasn't been showing up in readings lately. This is one of my favorite cards in the entire tarot deck, especially the Thoth deck. This card really contains every other card. The Princess of Discs, the Earth of the Earth, right? The crystallization, the solidification, the manifestation, still in potential of everything and anything. It's infinite. Infinite. So this is a literal manifestation of all of your goals and hopes and dreams and everything that you could possibly want to accomplish. It's just the only question is, which of these potentials are you going to actualize? Well, that's going to depend on these major arcana, your understanding of your path, your preparation for the path, your relationship to the path, and your entering the path. That is what is going to narrow down this potential into specific manifestations. This is really a wonderful card. This is absolutely my favorite card. Unlimited potential. This is amazing. We're going to do an extended. Okay, if you want to stick around, please click on the link that's right up here. You can have access to all of the extended readings. This was your weekly reading, April 2nd through April 8th on Dove and Serpent Tarot.